Coach, thanks for your time. Yeah. Coach, your thoughts on the match, the 90 minutes, and how it went?
Uya yakho ngathi kukhathala wena kuqala before kukhathala.
Ansazwa yiwo nalala. Yawona Nkosi.
Good afternoon to the members of the media. Should I say gentleman and the lady? Like last ngicala manje. Our downfall is not us not taking our chances. I think Chiefs had the ball, but we obviously set them, pressing traps, and they fell into those traps. I think first half we had about 6 or 7 break attacks that we could have capitalized on, and we had a clear header from Sandile that could have given us the lead. We did not capitalize on, and in many other moments, I think. If there was a team that should have been leading first half, I think it was us. So they had the ball. We were more dangerous. As I always say, teams can have the ball, but as long as they don't play the ball in dangerous areas to hurt us, doesn't matter. But with us, I think we exploited the space very, very well. But that final pass to get a killer or to score, was always promising, and we thought at some point it's gonna come, and actually they did come. If you can look at how many saves Brendan made in this game, and then you'll surely know that he's the one that kept him in the game actually. From first half and even second half, and then against the run of play, they got a ball that we had a lot of a chain of mistakes that led to a goal. I think from the middle to the defenders and the keeper, all of them should have done something, considered from the near post. So, but I cannot take the effort of the players away. I think they've done tremendously well. We deserve something out of this game. A draw would have been a fair result. We were better and we looked dangerous as well. But yes, they had position, but we were more dangerous than them. And from our mistakes, I think they created chances to score, but they couldn't, except for the goal. That's when they unlocked us from the middle, and that's what we emphasized on, not to allow them time and space, in the middle to have those combination plays. And yeah, I think it could be maybe the energy levels were dropping, but I believe we could have done better.
So, workers, colleagues, let's have a first round 3, and that will be 6. Jack, classes.
Angishiya wami mina. Bangishaye ngawakhohlwa.
Afternoon, Coach. Fasade from Zikali. We've obviously documented the near misses over the course of the season, and the inexperience on the team, and just how much they've sort of achieved, despite the lack of experience in the squad and the mistakes they've made, but coming from you, Coach, how would you summarize this campaign with just one game left, which we have obviously not to think about once the season wraps up? But in your opinion, coming from this game, how would you sort of summarize this season?
I think I'd give credit to these players. I think they, as I said, they've done very, very well for themselves. Again, I was singling out one player, Zikali. Look at how he, destroyed their midfielders, in the even Lebo came to me, he said, "Coach, where did you get that boy?" I said, "No, wait, don't ask me. I got the boy like Amazulu. So Amazulu, they should tell you where they got the boy. But maybe Coach Nini, because he's the one who brought him and Ayanda. So as I said, the situation or the focus is more on giving, talent, to all the, I wouldn't say the townships, but all the townships and villages, around here, rural areas. If Zikali can play like he did today against Kaizer Chiefs, so many quality players that have played in the national team. If Leo himself, can confess that this boy is something else, and then that means the team is on the right track. We just need to tighten the screws, just to make sure that we give more of these youngsters the opportunity to grow. And they all make mistakes. That's how they learn. Was football is about mistakes in order for you to be better, So, but I'm proud of them. Man. I'm proud of them. If I have to summarize the season, look, we had our ups and downs, and just like today's game, there's many other games that we could have easily collected maximum points, but it wasn't to be. But we can still be proud of ourselves. More especially the boys. Leave me out of this. Mine is it's my job and the technical to unearth the talent and also give opportunities to these players. More especially if they give their utmost best all the time from training and when they show discipline. Because I've always alluded to that to me, discipline is everything. If a player is not disciplined, I don't care how good or talented the player is. At this level, we don't have time to nurse other people's feelings, to see the opportunity for growth and to see the opportunity to be better in life, because football is our bread and butter. And there is a very, very short career. So when you are given the opportunity like Zikali and you grab it with both hands, then I'm more than happy to give the boy or even more players that can come from Amazulu, development structures.
Coach, we just spoke about being proud of this and how proud really just to cement the top four spot and then head the home leg for the MTN meet the next meeting.
It's very good.
To one point now, with you is let's get yeah.
Yeah, it's this position 4 loves us, so it's up to us. We've been in that position for quite some time now, so could have saved ourselves earlier on, or we shouldn't be in the situation now we're counting. By now, we look at how we considered here against Golden Arrows, the game is over. Could have done better, I think, even in Orbit. We had the opportunity to win the game. We did not take those chances. Even today, we had the opportunity. So there's a number of games, and now of late, that we could have done better just to secure position 3 if we don't get, to secure position 4 if we don't get to 3, So, but yeah, maybe we just have to go into the last hurdle, which is the game against Devon City, and it's going to be very, very tough, because everyone want to finish the season on a high, and they are not, an easy custom, they're a very, very tough team, and they're playing very well. So we're going to have to dig deep in order for us to get maximum points just to secure. If we get maximum points, we definitely have secured the position 4. But if we play a draw, we lose, the chances are huge that we may end up in position 5. Yeah, look, I think as a team we are growing in stage, and every team would want to win a cup, and I believe we had the opportunity to go all the way to the semi-finals and finals of Nedbank. We did not capitalize on that, and Devon City managed to win it. So already they've put each and every team in KZN now, to at least fight for for cups and win something, and next season. So it's a good competition. And like any other coach as well, I'm a very ambitious coach. I play to win. I'm a winner myself. That's my belief. Because I don't think I would have been here if I was not a winner. So I want to win every game, and because the game is a teacher, we make a lot of mistakes and try to rectify them rather than focusing on crucifying. We try to look for solutions and try to improve ourselves. So we will try our level best. We will try. Everyone is ambitious. So our supporters today, they came in numbers to support the team, and we let them down. But I think they've been there through thick and thin. Even when Chiefs were down, they were still there. Supporting the young guns. But surely wherever they are proud of these boys. Should Atini take some of the chances that we created today, it could have been a different story altogether. But yeah, again, I'm not going to hammer Atini now because he got into the right areas, which is good. Let's look at where Atini was last season. He was playing in the 3rd division tie. And for him to torment Kaizer Chiefs defenders like that, it tells you that, he's getting somewhere. So we just have to be, more, patient with him and try to help him to grow because he's doing very well and he's on the right track, So yeah, we want to win something in future as a club.
When you look at top 3, I think you are more of you've actually branded yourself more of a development coach, Kaku. So it has actually shown what you missed out on the top 3 based on the fact that most of our players, they are youngsters, probably they lack experience. But now you can see the team has, made itself to be in a team, a competitor who with top 3 and the top 4 rather than avoiding relegation. So now, when you look at into season you are more of a development, but yet the team in a target now. So how are you going to maneuver a situation whereby you have now get experience in order to avoid the same trap that you got yourself into this season?
Thanks, Putomtal. I think we can all agree, Oguchi, regardless of losing some of the games, but if you can check where Atini was when he first played I think early in the season, if you look at Atini now, and not only Atini, a lot of these youngsters, that's why I've mentioned Zikali. If you look at Zikali, ngale game namhlanje umpe ngegame le-Arrows la, him alone nje, he dealt with Arrows alone, and a short penny satokolosh mara khohlwa ilwela yonke into. So you need, and funny enough, even in the air he jumps higher than some of the taller players than him, So the message we are sending here is that as long as you are committed to the game as a player, you can go far. And trust me, if you would remember, or you look at how we started, that's what I wanted to say, how we started and where we are right now. We are growing. And the very same team with a lot of youngsters next season, they will be much better than this season. It's going to be a case of trying as a club to make sure that we don't dismantle a team like this. Why? Because continuity is everything. Where there's no continuity, there's no success. If Ubanama shortcuts, you see the danger good football is those people, we call them one hit wonder. Ne? Yeah, because there is no short-term plan and a long-term plan. So the club has a plan. The team is taking the decision that they will rely more on the development and also get players that are still young, outside and form a very solid team. And this season, I think that helped. But that doesn't mean when we see a quality player available and that the team can also afford, we won't go for that player. You do need a bit of experience here and there so that they can grow. By the time if you look at this team in 3 years' time, this team will be unstoppable. We're going to beef up here and there, get the right players that will fit into the system. And you must have seen the system. It's about discipline. It's about waiting for the right moment. But the more they grow and become better and the quality, is getting better as individuals. And then the structure will change a little bit now where we impose ourselves even more and show a little bit of arrogance. So at the moment, the mistakes that they commit are mistakes of having fear to make mistakes because they are still young. But as soon as they get to the position of having that arrogance that no one's going to come out of Mabhida Stadium with points, like today. But if you look at the previous seasons and this season, how many games they've lost at home, and also how many games they went all the way to win away from home, difficult teams. Some seasons couldn't even get a point away from home. Some seasons we lost games that we should have won. We were not talking about missed chances. We were playing in trips and traps. So this season a little bit of consistency, though it could have been far better, but because of lack of experience, But yeah, as I said, they're gonna grow. They're gonna be better. Me as a coach, I can always maneuver. I've learned a lot from the game. That is why I've always said it's always important for us as coaches that sometimes you coach the under 17s and under 15s. Even if you become a coach coming from being a soccer player, but you still have to go to that level of coaching and understand how these kids think and how they see things so that you can read their mind and be able to balance, strike a balance when they come to the first team, because next time the club will promote a 15-year-old boy. So there's no way you can treat him as the same as some of the players. We have to manage him. That's what I did with many of the players in the past. And that is why I'm so proud to see a player like Zikali, because at some point we nearly lost Zikali. And if you did not show belief because of his physique and height, and trust me, we could have easily lost to Zikali. And Zikali, there's a reason he's here at Amazulu. How many kids who were here today who came to watch this big game and saw Zikali playing 90 minutes? So Zikali himself now he becomes more of a role model to his peers from where he comes from. And as I said, how many villages around and townships, Amakasi nje. And last we went to Tuba, that's where Zikali comes from, and how many boys that Zikali, just watching Zikali today is going to change their life. So players like this, we have to protect them, to say. Whether you come from rural areas where you are disadvantaged and there are no resources, but Amazulu, as long as you are a KZN boy, you stand a good chance. As long as you are talented and focused, the discipline will guide you, will help you. I think you'll help the province as well, because Amazulu is one of the big teams in KZN. So we wanna afford them that opportunity. So as long as I'm here, I'm more than happy to do that. I'm gonna win and develop. That's me for me. Yeah.